We have had very, very fruitful discussions, comparing notes, hearing from each other the challenges we are dealing with in our respective missions, but all of that designed to reinforce the collaboration amongst us. The challenges that West Africa face are interlinked. The countries don't exist in isolation, and that's why it's good to have this perspective of all of us working as one UN and sharing experiences in the region. As you know, in Cote d'Ivoire, there have recently been elections, and we heard from the SRSG on how those elections transpired. From Mali, the UN continues to work to address the challenges in the Sahel, in particular bringing about an implementation of the peace agreement there, trying to consolidate that peace and to work with the government to stabilize that country, particularly as it faces a lot of challenges from extremist groups who continue to pose a threat to all the countries in the Sahel and West Africa region. You know of the constant attacks, not only in Mali, but in Burkina Faso, in Niger, recently in Cote d'Ivoire. So this threat of extremism is one that the whole region faces together. We have heard, of course, about the continuing progress here in Liberia that is being made, and to the point where there's even talk now of seeing how we can talk about the total withdrawal of the force after the elections, because peace would have fully been entrenched here in Liberia. I briefed my colleagues about the various elections that have been held in the last 2 years. All in all, 10 elections between 2015 and 2016. They've all gone extremely well. They were peaceful, they credible, well managed by the electoral commissions, with strong participation of civil society to monitor these elections. Liberia's contribution in all of this also has been the deployment of women's situation rooms led by Liberian women who have been in the leadership in the implementation of these women's situation rooms. So we look forward to the forthcoming elections in Liberia later 2017, and we hope that as in the rest of the West African countries, that they will be peaceful, they will be transparent, they will be credible. One lingering problem the region has, of course, is the situation in the Gambia. And there, the UN is fully in support of the ECOWAS position. The heads of state of ECOWAS, under the able and distinguished leadership of Her Excellency, Madame Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, President of Liberia and Chairperson of ECOWAS, took a decision at their 50th summit on 17 December to enforce the will of the people of the Gambia, the constitution of the Gambia, which requires that the decision of the Electoral Commission in the Gambia be respected. And that decision was that after peaceful and credible elections, Mr. Adama Barrow emerged the winner. And we all followed this situation. Incumbent president only got 40%. In other words, even if you put the opposition candidates together, they got as much as 60%. So there's no way he won those elections. He should simply accept the results, as has been done in other West African countries, and allow the country to move on. So these are some of the issues we discussed, and we'll be happy to take any questions from you. Thank you.
Today, as we speak, the Security Council is meeting to discuss a draft resolution that's before them, looking at options for the future of UNMIL. 3 main options have been proposed, and you have seen the report of the Secretary General that embodies these 3 options. Of course, it's the prerogative of the Security Council to decide which way to go. And I'm certain that they will take into consideration the assessment that has been provided by the Secretary General on the current situation in Liberia, taking also stock of all the accomplishments that the people and government of Liberia have achieved with the support of the international community, as well as of the remaining challenges and the tasks before all of us going forward. We are hopeful that the Security Council, in their wisdom, decide on a prudent course of action that would safeguard all the investments that we have jointly made in bringing about peace and stability to the country, and also building upon it, ensuring that all the good processes that have been launched by the leadership of Liberia will be sustained and will continue beyond the length of the present administration. So let's wait and look forward to hearing back from the Security Council which way they would want us to move ahead. One thing is certain, the engagement of the international community is not just contingent upon the presence of UNMIL. One way or the other, the United Nations as a whole and the international community will remain engaged with Liberia. We will walk the rest of the path together. It doesn't really matter what form that engagement will take. It will be a robust and meaningful engagement.